Namaste.
Basta bahay tayo.
Step off the... Step let him pull it in. Put it straight there, eh? You guys you ready for it?
Yeah, that's the okay.
Let's just take the lamp in.
Take the lamp in a minute.
Mike, just show you where to place the lamp, please.
Could I have the pallbearers, please? Yeah.
We'll read it in there.
Yeah. Okay. Now that means I'm also only.
No, I say we'll use it for...
Yeah. Okay. 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 First, wait a few more minutes.
No, we'll wait.
Okay.
The other guys. No, coming.
Okay. We'll wait. No problem. Namaste. Yeah. She said his niece, her niece, I'm supposed to meet her.
Okay, I'll coordinate with you. Because we also got
Okay, my kids said yes.
I think we should let you care on them.
I think I said yes.
I want to ask you if you can make those
Just nice to get them ready. Okay, are we ready?
Let's get 3 of you guys on that side, 3 on this side.
Okay.
Let's get 2 more guys on this side. How many more there? One more this side? There's one more here. Okay.
Come in the front.
Slowly you'll place down.
Turn it around. Here first. Okay. Turn towards me. Towards me. Okay. Slowly.
Gentlemen, don't pick the box up. Walk through slowly, holding the hand. Follow Patiji as we go.
Sharan Sharan Shanti ka dham ek sahara tera naam Sharan Sharan Shanti ka dham ek sahara tera naam ek sahara tera सहारा तेरा नाम शरण शरण शांति का धाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक सहारा तेरा नाम एक
Let's get the immediate family seated, please.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give the family 5 minutes or so to settle their staff down before you come and take your final treatments.
My dad. Oh, yeah, come. Come, my brother.
the flowers.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste, family and friends. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon at this solemn occasion as we bid farewell to our dear Ami Nanackhand. I would ask for a few minutes of silence as the mourners make their way into the hall and greet the family. If I could ask as a matter of housekeeping that cell phones are turned off or kept on silent, that would be most appreciated. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Late Ami Nanackhand. I am Ami's niece. It is a sad day for our family today. As you can see, we are heartbroken, but the outpouring of love and support and comfort has been a source of strength to us over the last 2 days. When preparing for this occasion, my cousin Netra Maharaj, who you will meet shortly, and I were giving some thought as to what would be most appropriate. And if I could start off with something that I believed my uncle would have appreciated, a poem by W.H. Auden. Stop all the clocks, cut off the telephone, prevent the dog from barking with a juicy bone, silence the pianos, and with muffled drum, bring out the coffin, let the mourners come. On behalf of my aunt Trish, my late Uncle Ami's beloved wife, his siblings Aarti, Ishara and Vedant, and the rest of our family, I'd like to welcome you all this afternoon and extend our thanks for the love and support shown to our family at this very difficult time. As you'll no doubt hear throughout the proceedings, my Uncle Ami was a man of immense presence and intellect, empathy and consideration. He was a respected member of the Overport community, an experienced journalist, a prolific reader and writer. But most importantly, he was a beloved husband, a proud elder brother, a loving uncle, more so to Anju and Netra, who he helped to raise as his own daughters, and finally, in later life, a doting grandfather. The outpouring of love and support that we see here from all of you today is a testament to this. And in the time that we have with you today, we hope that you will find that we've put together a simple and meaningful ceremony as we bade our uncle a final farewell. On this note, I would like to introduce you to our officiating Pandit this afternoon, Pandit Ji Yuvesh Sundar. Namaste Pandit Ji. I will invite you up to the podium. Pandit Ji is about to begin a series of prayers, and again I would ask as a mark of respect if we could remain silent throughout. Thank you.
Madam MC, members of the bereaved family, members of the press, various religious organizations, and the great family of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, my namaste to one and all. Dear family and friends, we have gathered here today in grief and in love to remember the life of Bhai Ami Nanackhand and to support one another during these difficult times. As we come together, let us take a moment to offer a prayer of comfort, healing, and strength. Loving Paramatma, be with us today as we honor the memory of our dear beloved Bhai Ami and guide us in finding solace in our shared love and remembrance. We acknowledge the pain of our loss, but may we find joy in the stories and memories we share today. Now, throughout the service, we will celebrate Bhai Ami's life, remembering precious moments that brought laughter, love, and wisdom to all who knew him. We will hear from friends and family who share their heartfelt tributes and cherished memories, bringing Ami Bhai's values, passions, and kindness in focus. We will find solace in the beautiful mantras selected to honor Ami Bhai's memory, allowing these mantras to weave a tapestry of emotions and remembrance. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence with the Antyesti Pratna and prayer, there's an appeal. Please, if you could put your cell phone on silence, also. Your cell phone on silence, as well as I do understand you are meeting family and friends after a long time. Remember, this is a huge family, the Kasi family, the Nanackhand family. So after a long time, families are going to be meeting each other. But let's do it quietly. And as we said today, our focus is on that Atma that has come to Paramatma. हे परमात्मा, इस संसार के सभी प्राणी सुखी रहे, सब निरोग रहे, सबका कल्याण हो, इस संसार में कोई दुखी न हो। हे नाथ सब सुखी हो, कोई न हो दुखारी, सब हो निरोग भगवान, धन्यनाथी हसारी। हे नाथ सब सुखी हो, कोई न हो दुखारी, सब हो निरोग भगवान, प्रतीक हो दुखिया न कोई हो सृष्टि में प्राण गाई दुखिया न कोई हो सृष्टि में प्राण गाई सब भाग भाग देखी सब मार्ग की प्रतीक हो दुखिया न कोई होए सृष्टि में प्राण धारी हे नाथ सब सुखी हो कोई न हो दुखाई सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान की भंडारी सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान की भंडारी हे नाथ सब सुखी हो कोई न हो दुखाई सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान की भंडारी सब हो निरोग भगवन धन धान की
You're the strong one, eh?
भंडारी
Somebody has to be, eh?
I would now ask the Purohits from the Arya Samaj to lead us into two projects.
संसार की रचैया जनी से दो सहारा मझधार में है नैया तुम बिन कोई हमारा रक्षा नहीं यहाँ पर ढूंढा जहान सारा
Basra, the Asri of 1971, to remove from us vices and sorrows. We ask of Allah, give us qualities that make us noble. At the same time, to ask of Allah, guide us to try and give our chance. Save of Allah, is Allah, and all of His Allah, such as
Thank you so much, Panditji. There is a large crowd out there today, and for those of you who I haven't introduced myself to, I'm Late Ami Nanackhand. I'm Ami's niece. Thank you again very much for being here with us. Before we move into our speakers, we have a lineup of 3 very special speakers this afternoon. I would like to read you a message from Shailendra Bhushanji from the Arya Samaj of South Africa. This beautiful tribute was sent earlier to both my aunts, Krish, as well as my aunt, Pandit Arti Shanand. The message reads, "It is with much sadness that we learnt of the passing away of our dear Amibai. The sannyasis, trustees, officials, and members of the Arya Samaj South Africa sympathize with you and members of your family on the loss of your beloved Ami, your beloved husband, brother, and a dear friend to many. We have lost a remarkable journalist who was an independent thinker, wrote in a manner that was fair, and struggled for freedom of speech. As a journalist, Amibai wrote interesting articles about the Samaj and reported often neglected stories about our past, as well as current affairs. We know that this must be a challenging and demanding time for you and your family. We are sending our love and prayers, and that you find the strength to cope during this difficult period. Take comfort in the beautiful memories you have of our dear Maiji. Amibai lived his life in the true spirit of a Hindu, always keeping the flag of his dharma flying high. The vacuum created by his demise will be difficult to fill. We pray that Paramatma grants you and members of your family the courage and spiritual strength to bear this great loss. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We would like to thank Mr. Bhushanji for this beautiful message. Thank you all from our families. I am going to invite, I don't know if he is here as yet, but I'm going to invite one of my Uncle Ami's oldest friends, Mr. Karamchand Hiraman, who was also a respected member of the Overcourt community. Mr. Hiraman, if you are here, might I ask that you come up and share your tribute with us, please. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could give me a few minutes, we're just trying to determine if Mr. Hiraman is back. Namaste. Thank you very much, Mr. Hiraman.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have been asked to talk on behalf of an organization that was established in Overcourt in 1958. I've been asked to talk about the organization and to relate the role that our late friend Ami Nanackhand played. Bear with me, therefore, as I provide a brief history of the Overcourt Youth Sporting Club. The club was formed in October 1958 by a group of Standard 5 and Standard 6 pupils of the SRS Primary School in Overcourt. I was in Standard 6 at the time. And believe it or not, this group of SRS pupils, now in their late 70s and early 80s, still exists. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this group of old geezers are now meeting twice a year, 66 years after its formation. And our membership today stands at 15. I think the Guinness Book of Records compilers may have some questions to ask us about that. In paying tribute to Ami Nanackhand, let me not forget our founding Overcourt Youth Sporting Club leadership. The first chairman and the existing chairman is Casabel Aaron, who was a Standard 5 at the time, SRS school. And the first secretary was Subramani Chetty. Ami was one of the founding members. Today the organization exists and the leadership is still by Casabel Aaron, Ramesh Shah, Kessi Perumal, and myself. And so, ladies and gentlemen, where does Ami Nanackhand fit into this history of Overport Youth Sporting Club? Ami's involvement with OYSC was in two parts. The first was in the formation of the organization, and the second was in the latter years, particularly during the years of his retirement. I wish today to focus briefly on the latter years of his membership. As a distinguished journalist with a deep passion for socio-political issues, Ami astutely used his journalistic skills to expose many societal injustices affecting our daily lives. And this he did in a politically charged South African atmosphere, sometimes taking serious risks to himself. And yes, there were times when questions were raised about his role by critical thinkers of the time. Journalists, as well as all other critical thinkers, are often subjected to harsh criticism from various quarters of life. Ami was not spared. However, Ami's dedication and loyalty to Overport Youth Sporting Club was never in question. Even during periods of poor health, he made every endeavor to come and participate in the OYSC meetings. Participate is indeed an understatement, for his wisdom and contributions at these meetings were invaluable and highly regarded by all members. And often, in his absence, when confronted with challenging issues, we would all ask ourselves, well, how do you think Ami would handle this problem? Even in late retirement, the journalist in Ami never allowed him to rest and stay away from reporting on issues that affected our lives. He was the eternal journalist in discussions, meetings, on the golf course when we were meant to play. Ami was always the journalist. The OYSC chat group carried daily reports on various news items that Ami considered valuable to the group. And you know, we old geezers sometimes found it difficult to keep pace with his mental energy. But we appreciated the wealth of education he provided. He provided the membership on a regular basis. And so, I'm mixing up my paper. And so we've come here today to bid farewell to a local SRS schoolboy. A local boy who showed advanced maturity even at the young age of 15 and 16. I suppose he was fortunate in that he was nurtured as a young boy at the Overport Social Club. The social club in Harbottle Road was the meeting venue for the Overport young luminaries like Robin Sober, Krish Makardush, Ranjit Singh, the Mehercha boys. These are some of the young men of the Overport Social Club. And Ami was the young man who was nurtured there. And then, it was no surprise that he would play a leading role in Overport Sporting Club. Our army indeed has authentic claims to having created and nurtured the proud image of the OYSC that its membership enjoy today. And the sense of brotherhood that has bound us together for 66 years was in great part the role that Ami played. And so, my dear Krish, please remember, when a member of the OYSC is called to rest, a small part of each one of us also dies. So to Krish and the entire family, please take comfort in the thought that your loss is also our loss. In conclusion, may I take this opportunity on a personal capacity and on behalf of the OYSC to offer our deepest condolences to the bereaved family. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hiraman, for those words of comfort and for sending our family your blessings and wishes during this difficult time. For as long as I can remember, my uncle has never been without my aunt, Krish, or Mama, as she's fondly known to us. Theirs was a true love story from back in the day, just like they told us. Mama's family has been a constant source of strength to her over the last few days, few weeks and months, of course. And at this juncture, I would like to invite Paran Pillai to come up to the stand and share a tribute on behalf of the Pillai family. Thank you very much, Paran.
Good afternoon to all of you. Namaste, Sairam. We have all come here to pay our respects to Mr. Ami Nanackhand, as you may know him, or I know him as just Uncle Ami. It is indeed a sad time for all of us who mourn the loss of Uncle Ami, this great man. But we would like to pay tribute to him and to celebrate his life. When I was asked to speak about him, I had chatted with my siblings to get some ideas of what I should say, and all our memories go back long, long ago. And so Uncle Ami was married to my aunt, Krish, or Didi, as we know her, and that was my dad's sister. They were brothers-in-law, but they were more than just brothers-in-law. They were the best of friends. And so my siblings and I spent a lot of time with Uncle Ami and Didi. We went on many holidays together and we did lots of road trips with them. And so we were remembering our road trip to Zimbabwe in 1981. And the trip started before we even left because Uncle Ami's car was giving problems, and so he had to borrow my uncle's car. And the two men in our group, Uncle Ami and my dad, made the decision to drive from Fort Victoria very late in the afternoon to Harare. And of course, the borrowed car started giving problems late in the evening. It was quite dark. And remember, this is now the newly independent Zimbabwe. There were soldiers walking around in the dark with guns in their hands. And we stayed over at a place called Enkeldoorn in a very, very rowdy hotel. I don't know if you remember this, Steve. We eventually got to Harare, and when we look back on this lovely holiday we had, it was such a wonderful memory with all of us. So even though we had to stay in Enkeldoorn, it was just a wonderful memory. And we have many, many memories of our travels. One of them was to the beautiful Port St. John's. We drove up there, and when we got there, my dad and Uncle Ami bought some fresh crayfish, but quite a lot of it, I remember. And my mom and indeed, we had to cook this huge pot of crayfish. It was most delicious, but it was just a lot of work for them to do. But we really enjoyed that visit as well. So there were many, many long trips that we did with them. And they were two very, very special people in our lives, Uncle Ami and Didi. Before they were married in 1972, they would take us young ones to various places. I have a memory of chaperoning them to a rugby match, believe it or not. I must have been quite young. I went with Uncle Ami and Didi to a rugby match. And then, I don't know if any of you remember that he had this little bottle green Renault. And I remember all of us tumbling into this, all of our cousins into this little Renault and driving to the circus. So I don't know how we all fitted in that Renault, but it was a wonderful experience and a wonderful memory to have. They even took us to the Betty Wright show. We were quite young at that stage, so in retrospect, I'm not sure it was very appropriate. But we went to the Betty Wright show at the Playhouse Theatre. And Uncle Ami, I don't know, he had a lot of confidence in me maybe, but I remember when I first got my license, he allowed me to drive his car from their home in Desai to Durban. It was a long trip, and my family knows that I'm very, very paranoid on the road, but he had full confidence that I can drive, and he handed over the car to me. So over the years as we grew up, the Nanackhand clan, so to speak, have become our extended family too. And we have shared many of our special times with them. And recently, perhaps a month ago, Didi and Uncle Ami with his siblings spent some very precious time in Cape Town in celebration of his 80th birthday. And we were very, very privileged to see them all in Cape Town and share with him his birthday celebrations. I feel very privileged to have been there. And as some of you know, I'm sure most of you know, Uncle Ami was an avid reader, and he had a vast collection of books on his bookshelves. Words were his weapons of his trade, and in retrospect, it was no surprise that he bought us the Roger's Thesaurus. We were remembering it yesterday, Roger's Thesaurus. But Uncle Ami was more than just this wonderful family man. Many who have heard of his passing have posted some amazing tributes on social media. Uncle Ami was a teacher at St. Anthony's Primary School, and many have expressed such fond memories of him as an amazing art teacher. And then this reminded me of the book, some of you may have read it, Love and Courage by Grace Govender. And in this book, she talks about, she documents her life as an activist. And here she mentions Mr. Nanackhand, her art teacher, who really affirmed her. And you know, for her to mention it in such a book means he made such an impact on her life. And also many have spoken of his activism. And I'd like to quote maybe just one. Reggie Bridgeraj says this so beautifully. Farewell, Brother Ami. You were an intellectual activist, master scholar, and penman of the best class. Your quiet, upright stature belied the fiery revolutionary within you. Thanks for being a shining light in Greenwood Park from about 50 years ago that one remembers. Go well, bro. You fought valiantly with pen and word. May we follow your footsteps to fix our broken country. Our condolences go to Ami's families and friends. May all regain peace in the memory of the marvel that was. As we sadly say farewell to Uncle Ami, and as we miss his physical presence, we must know that this is only the death of the body. His Atma, his soul lives on. He has no more pain, no more sorrow. His soul has fulfilled its purpose on this earth in this body. And it has learned all the lessons that were needed for this lifetime. And now he has to move on. Go well, Uncle Ami. We thank you for enriching our lives, and we will forever treasure the memories we have of you.
Thank you so much, Mara. Thank you for sharing those wonderful memories of our uncle. So much of what you say has taken me back, certainly, to memories that we have of him, knowing him as we did, confident, charismatic, a man of presence and stature, and also at heart very much a family man. Before I invite our next speaker, it's more of a technical announcement, I suppose. I would like to ask Mlungisi, who has been very keen to share his words with us, to please step up while our next speaker is sharing her memories. If you could meet me personally, I will gladly take your tribute from you, Mlungisi, if you're still here with us. For those of you who have not heard my cousin, my sister, Netra Maharaj speak before, my uncle would say that you are in for a treat. I am going to invite Netra to step up and share some of her memories, a collection of tributes from the Nanackhand family, some really special memories coming through from his grandchildren, from Abhay and Prerna in Melbourne, and Sanam and Sham in Sydney. Next, if you would like to come up and share your special memories of Amida. Thank you. And I'm going to be standing here because I'm told that I like the limelight, but it's more for comfort. Namaste, everyone. Ami, Bhai, Mama, Dada, Nana, loving husband and brother, protective father, caring uncle, doting grandfather, loyal friend, esteemed journalist, charismatic, debonair, a true gentleman. Today I am faced with this mammoth task of conveying our family's love, emotions, and feelings of immense loss. An impossible task for me on the face of it, but I will try my best. You steered this family for so many years, a constant pillar of support for your siblings who loved and respected you, amongst friendly banter and sometimes opposing political viewpoints, but we all enjoyed observing you in retirement, using your time to explore the world at your fingertips and sharing your findings with us, even at 3 a.m. Your hunger for knowledge and experience made you the most captivating storyteller, and we can only dream of matching your skill with words. I remember feeling so proud as I watched you on the news every evening, and as difficult as it was to have you living away from home for so many years, your trailblazing career paved the way for so many other journalists of color in this country. You found your passion and immersed yourself in it with integrity. A memory that will always live with me were the regular news quizzes at the dinner table every night, and the disbelief in your face if we weren't across what was happening in the world. And guess what? We now subject our own children to that very valuable tradition, including the disbelief on many occasions. You were the only father in my life that I can remember, until I got married and gained a second wonderful father. Every Father's Day card that I made for as long as I can remember was for you. You and Mommy scooped us up and showered us with love, care, and affection, and never let us go to this day. And this was at a time when Mommy needed all the support she could get, being widowed at such a young age. I remember how proud you were to show us off as your girls every time you took us to your office during the school holidays. You never referred to us by our names or as your nieces. We were and always will be your girls. I remember the feeling of your large, warm hands so clearly, especially when you held our hands at our respective weddings to give us away and place our hands in new hands. You were hopeful then that Vikash and Sidesh would love and protect us the way you did. And almost 35 years later, they are true gems in our lives. Both Vikash and Sidesh are heartbroken that they can't be here to celebrate your life with us today. But they have both sent tributes to you, which I will read now. The first one is from Vikash. To our beloved Abhimama. From the moment you welcomed me into your heart 30 years ago to take Anju's hand in marriage, I knew you trusted me as your son to take over the responsibility and give your daughter the life that you would have been proud of. You believed in me when many did not, and I will forever cherish your wisdom, which you imparted onto me and to those whose lives you touched. Your unwavering love, encouragement, and support will always be remembered. You were always the life of any occasion, and for the family you were the rock. You always showed that being simple could also be elegant, and you displayed style which was unmatched. Although you were stubborn in your ways, you made everyone around you know that they also mattered. I was fortunate to have spent quality time away with you during the Cassie Berg trips, and I can assure you those are memories I will forever cherish. And rest assured, those secrets will always be safe with me. You were the father which Anju and Netra were ever so proud of, and most of what they have learned is all attributed to the love, care, and wisdom you imparted to them. The time you shared with Abhay and Prerna will forever be etched in their memories, and they will miss you. You leave behind a void which is going to be almost impossible to fill, and I know Mummy, and the extended family will undoubtedly feel your absence. Your love for Krish Mami will be remembered and talked about by all the generations you leave behind, and we can only hope that we will get close to the legacy you lived. Leaving home 2 years ago was the hardest part for the family, as nobody can prepare you for the pain you will feel when the time comes to draw the final curtain and say goodbye. These words are from Anju. My dad, you will always be my hero. I know that you are in a better place and are now at peace. But know that your memories will live on forever, as will your everlasting legacy. With all our love, Vikash and Anju. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The next tribute is from Sidej. Ami Mama and I shared a special bond for almost 3.5 decades. His warmth, generosity, and intellect are just some of the things I benefited from over the years, and I am so much better off as a human being for knowing him. When I remember Ami Mama, I smell the cologne as he walked out of his bedroom in the morning. I hear the CD he would put on as background music when we ate dinner in Overport. I see the giant of a man, both physically and mentally, and I feel those large but gentle, kind hands in a handshake and an embrace. Ami Mama's intellect, writing, and love of a good debate satisfied us both when we were together. His influence on Sanam and Sham academically lives on, as do his kind, loving words to them over the years. Our darling Nethi will miss her role model and doting father figure dearly. He indulged me in recreating memories like eating fried sardines paired with cane spirit, and creating new ones, such as our wonderful sightseeing from Bondi to the Blue Mountains in Australia, and visiting Parliament House in Canberra, and whiskey tastings with my father and Ami Mama, joining me and my friends in Johannesburg, to meeting his nurses during his dialysis last year and witnessing firsthand what an impact he had on people around him, even complete strangers. So many personal, fond, moving memories. My heart goes out to our dearest Mami, his soulmate and strongest pillar. Our love will help you get through this time, and you have it in abundance. To all our family, especially his siblings, I am thinking of you too as we celebrate his life. I love you, Ami Mama. Vale, Sid. Your favorite role in life was undoubtedly being a grandfather. You radiated with joy whenever you spoke to the children. In fact, they all fondly remember Nana taking photographs using his smartphone. But your smile behind the lens was wider than anyone in the photograph. You loved seeing your family together, especially the children. They will miss you dearly. Your interactions were so full of love, gentle counsel, and constant encouragement. They are so fortunate to have many wonderful memories with you. The next few messages are from Abhay, Prerna, Sanam and Sham. Our Nana, growing up with him at the head of the table, his warm smile and outspread arms were always there to scoop you up. Love radiated from him permanently, and he always had a joke or two to keep you smiling, along with him as well. A kindness unmatched and warmth just the same, but just enough sternness to keep you on your toes. His presence was never not felt, and it will forever be missed. His grandchildren have decided to each write a few words in his honor. The first one's from Abhay. Every day without fail, Nana was always there to pick me up from school, all the way until my last day of matric. Similarly, he would always attend my sports practices and matches, and with the utmost passion, provide me with constructive and supportive words of encouragement to better my performance. From golf lessons in the backyard at Overport to sports field around the country and across the world, Nana's knowledge and guidance has and will always remain with me, no matter what I seek out to achieve. I will miss our weekly sports talks and listening in awe to Nana's knowledge of the world we live in. Those are the memories I will keep forever. I love you, Nana, always. Prayer now. Nana always called me his Sonu girl, and I didn't know what that meant until I looked it up recently. I always knew it was some term of endearment, but I know now it means golden, which made me realize just how precious the four of us are to him. He was always beaming with joy every time I saw him, his face plastered with the brightest smile, which never failed to make my day. He was a beacon of encouragement in all facets of our lives. He shared his wealth of knowledge on everything, from everyday news to historic politics, and it never failed to fascinate me how one person knew it all. A memory that I will carry with me forever is Nana teaching me how to make a simple salad dressing in the Overport kitchen, which I still use today. Nana taught me much more than that, and I will continue to try and make him proud. His everlasting love and passion to watch us succeed did not go unnoticed and will be sorely missed. Nana, I love you always. From your Sonu girl, number 1. Sanam. When I think of Nana, I remember his radiant energy, even when it was over FaceTime. I always knew that as soon as the phone was passed to him, I would be greeted with a genuine, beaming smile and an unwavering eagerness to talk to his grandchildren. His love was one that transcended barriers of distance, making it even more special to spend time with him in person, like the unforgettable trip that we spent in the Blue Mountains, playing Scrabble together for hours on end. He was a constant source of endearment, positive energy, and patience, and I am so grateful for the time that we shared. His affectionate nature towards all of those whom he held dear will always be celebrated. Your Sonu girl, number 2. And Shan. Nobody in my life has ever been so wonderfully overflowing with passion as Nana. The mere mention of any Shakespeare play would ignite the literary spark in his eyes that would grow into an unimaginably spirited conversation. In fact, we were discussing Elizabethan England just last week, but his love reached far beyond any number of pages. Nana's smile, glowing with tenderness, paints the most glorious image of an unforgettable man, journalist, uncle, brother, and of my grandfather, whose life, love, and care deserve to be celebrated and cherished always. Nana loved us all wholeheartedly, and his warm presence will stay with each of us forever. Nana, we love you and miss you so much, sending all our love from your Sonu boys and girls, Abe, Prerna, Sanam, and Sham. The following tribute is from his nieces and nephews. To the world, my uncle was a respected journalist and member of the community, an avid golfer and a prolific writer. But at heart, the role he cherished the most was that of a family man. A beloved husband to Krish, the eldest of all his 4 siblings, a loving uncle and a doting grandfather. To us, he was simply Ami Dada and Ami Mama. His presence was unmistakable. Maybe it was his tall stature or the booming voice. but it was more than just physicality. My uncle had gravitas and the ability to command a room, to command respect. Growing up, I remembered the precision and style in the way he decorated his home in 3 Sovereign Road, so reflective of him and the care he took in presenting all aspects of himself, from his handwriting to his dressing, all so very elegant. I remember his glass of red wine that he'd sip on his lounge while listening to classic jazz or Louis Armstrong and Frank Sinatra, a trait I've no doubt inherited from him and which my father always reminds me is very much like my uncle. I remember the stories and the tales of the old days around the overboard dining room table and in his later life on the upstairs patio at Essenwood Road. Always a good sport, I remember how game he was to indulge my requests for a party whenever I visited Durban. This meant cocktails, music, and family. But now I cherish the memories that he was always so deliberate to make. He was proud of all 8 of his nieces and nephews. In all our differences, he remembered the little things that mattered to us, and he was always, without fail, cheering us on wherever we were in the world. It's hard to imagine our family without Amidada's presence. While we will never fill this void, we will do our very best to honor his memory and the legacy he leaves. Amidada, Mama, you were many things, but most of all, you were loved. Rest now. With love from Jaya, Manovriti, Kritanjali, and Jasveer. The next message is from his niece Vandana in Canada. When I think back on all my childhood memories, so many of them are filled with happy times shared with Ami Mama, Mami, and all of us cousins together at Nani's house. From our fun get-togethers and family picnics, Ami Mama was there as a pillar of strength and wisdom to all. He often shared amazing stories with us about our family history and offered words of advice for us to live by. I came across the quote the other day, which I liked and shared. It read, "We came into this world to finish the journey our soul needs to complete." It was so profound to me, and it still is to this day. I remember how Ami Mama talked to us about the soul and how interconnected we are as beings. I realized so much that day, how blessed we were to have an elder in our family to guide us. Ami Mama, your light shines in all of our lives. We will miss you, and we will cherish all the special memories. Our love and prayers are with you all today, as we honor the journey we had with this great man, our Ami Mama. Sending our love and prayers, Vandana, Biplav, Serena, Milan, Dad, and our dearest Mom and Pen. Artima, Ma, Binder. These have been the most difficult 2 years for the famous 5. We can't imagine the void that you're feeling right now, but you have drawn strength from each other before, and you will do it again as the 3 musketeers. We love you. Mommy, I know that there are no words to numb the pain right now. You are our matriarch, graceful, gentle, and stoic. We have all leaned on you through difficult times, and now we are here for you. It's time for us to scoop you up and surround you with love and care. We love you. And the last tribute is from V.S. and Sabi Maharaj in Johannesburg, who were very close friends and were very saddened not to be here today. A rare gem of humanity has left our world. I have known Ami since the days at Sastry College and during his early teaching career locally. He progressed to become a recognized journalist who wrote his pieces without fear or favor. His career continued until his retirement a few years ago, and then followed some international travel. He was a great source of inspiration and encouragement and inspired many of us. He was a fatherly figure who gave vision and hope to many a young person who interacted with him, and more especially the younger generation of immediate relatives and friends. His passing will leave a great void in our lives. Sabi and I have always had a very deep, warm, and loving relationship with Ami, and we will miss him immensely. We will also miss our regular chats and messaging. His sage advice will be sorely missed. We wish Krish, his dear wife, all his siblings and family, fortitude in this time of bereavement. We pray that his soul receives moksha. Thank you. Thank you very much, Nets. Before I hand over, and apologies, we are running a little bit over time. I'm so sorry about that. Before I hand over to Panditji to close the order of proceedings this evening, I would like to do a quick vote of thanks. I'll be very quick with this, but it would be remiss of me to not spend some time on this. Firstly, to all of you for taking the time out to join us this afternoon. We appreciate it more than you know. The last few days have been incredibly difficult for our family. I would like to firstly extend a special thanks to Roy Hardayal and Paresh Narse for all of their hard work in helping us to organize and put this together. To the Newlands funeral services, thank you very much to all of you for making this exactly what Amidada would have wanted. To Bar, Pratibha and Shireen Mosi for the delicious meals that you have been supplying us with, thank you very much. Finally, to my cousin Manovrati, my elder sister, for lending your support, care, and for being a pillar of strength to Mama, Isharma, Arthipua, and my mom and dad during this time. They could not have got through this without you. To Sudesh and Netra, for being so responsive, for keeping us in your thoughts and prayers all the way from Sydney, and for making the trip, Nets, to be here with us. Amidada would have cherished this so much, as I know he is doing right now. To Vikash, my elder brother-in-law, my Jeej, thank you for arranging all of this and helping us to coordinate all the way from Mexico. I understand it's been a trying few days for you and Anjubenj as you've been traveling, but thank you very much. And lastly, but certainly not least, to Anjubenj, Anju Netra, or the apples of his eye. Anjubenj, thank you for taking such good care of Amidada, for ensuring that he wanted for nothing, and for ensuring that he had the best care as he left us on Friday. Thank you. He leaves all of us today as a man deeply loved, and I think that is the greatest tribute that I can pay to my life. Thank you and namaste.
Before I conclude the Anvyesti Prarthana to the Nanackhand family, on behalf of everybody here, we pray that Paramatma grant you the strength and courage in your time of bereavement, although it is impossible to see beyond your pain. May we look back to good memories to comfort and help you today. May your heart and soul find peace and happiness. May the blessings of Paramatma be upon you today and forever. May peace always dwell within your souls. May its essence illuminate your heart now and forever. I am now going to recite the Anvyesti Prarthana. Swamanan discards an old garment and puts on one that is new. So the Atma leaves the body at death and takes on a new one. The Atma does not perish with the body. O Paramatma, may we take courage from this truth. Na jayate priyate vadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vanabhuyaha ajo nityaha shashvatoyam purano nahanyate hanyamani sharirim nenam chindanti shastrani nenam dati pavataha najenam kledayam yaho na shoshayati marutaha. This Atma, no weapons burn, no fires burn, waters cannot wet it, and winds cannot dry it. O Paramatma, may we find comfort in these truths. Jatasya hi dhrubho mrityu dhruvam jannamritasya cha tasmad pariharete naham sochittum arhasi avyaktani bhutani vyaktamadhyani bhakratam avyaktani dhananeva tatra kaparidevana. All beings are invisible before birth. They are invisible again after death. We see only the mortal being in its existing lifespan. O Paramatma, grant us for wisdom to accept this truth. Om Vedahamedam Purusham Mahantam Aditya-varanam Tamasaha Parastat Tameva Vittvani Mrityumevi Nanyaha Vanta Vidyate Yanayam. Om Ya Atmana Valeta Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Devaha Yasya Chaya Amritam Yasya Mrityuhu Kasmai Deva Yahavisha Vidhema. In this hour of distress, we need you, O Paramatma, who alone can give us physical vigor and spiritual strength. O blissful divinity, whose grace is immortality, whose praises are sung by all enlightened persons, we offer our humble prayer and entreat you to lessen our sorrows. Om Suryam Chakshur Gacchatu Avatamatma Yancha Gacchati Devim Cha Dharmana Apo Va Gacchayati Tatrate Hitamo Shadishu Pratitishta Sharire. Please repeat. O Supreme Paramatma, may all the components of this body be merged in the five elements of this universe. May its vision be absorbed in the sun. Its breath in the atmosphere and its other senses in the appropriate elements. May the Atma, according to the noble deeds performed here, dwell in a body worthy of such merit. Om Sham Agni Paschat Prasam Purasam Sham Udara Sham Adara Tapenam Ekasveda Vidito Jata Veda Samyavenam Dehi Sukrita Muluki. Please repeat again. O Paramatma, who is self-luminous, who dispenses justice, even-handedly, who rewards everyone justly. May the Atma of this body find peace in every direction. O omniscient and all illuminating Paramatma, the Creator, the Sustainer, and Dissolver of this universe. May this Atma be given a worthy abode. Om Sankachaswa Piprihi Samyamene Staputena Parame Vyoman Hitvayavayam Punarastami Sankachatam Tanva Suvarchaha. One more time. O Paramatma, may this Atma, by its austerity, enlightenment, and good deeds, attain like its forebears a suitable state. May it be free from all blemishes, and once again inherit an enlightened body full of lustre, and return to this world to perform noble deeds. Om Vayur Anilam Amritam Adedam Vasmatam Shariram Om Krato Smara Pive Smara Pritam Smaram. O Almighty Paramatma, this Atma, it is immortal. It is not made up of the 5 elements. The mortal body will be reduced to ashes and will be disposed of suitably. May we ever remember you, Paramatma, in every deed we perform. Om Eka Eva Suti Dharmo Nidhani Nuyatiya Sharirena Samam Nasham Sarvamanyati Gacchati. Almighty Paramatma, all material things perish with the death of the body. There is only one's good deeds, dharma, that remains with the Atma after death. May this dharma never be allowed to perish. I would now call the closest family members to come and pay tribute and withdraw final farewells before we all rise for Shanti. All those who have not paid tribute, please to come forward. Shanti Jiye Prabhu Tribhuvaname. Shanti Jiye Prabhu Tribhuvaname. Jalame Jalame Aur Jalame 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 Aur Jalame. Shanti Jiye Prabhu Tribhuvaname. Shanti Jiye Prabhu Tribhuvaname. Antariksha mein Agni pavan mein, Antariksha mein Agni pavan mein, O Shakti Vanaspati Vana Upavan mein, O Shakti Vanaspati Vana Upavan mein, Sakala Vishwa mein Jada Chetan mein, Sakala Vishwa mein Jada Chetan mein, Shanti Jiye Prabhu Tribhuvaname. Shanti Jiye Prabhu Tribhuvaname. Brahman ke upadesha vachan mein, Brahman ke upadesha vachan mein, Shastriya ke dwara
Let us come forward, children.
Shanti jiye Prabhu Could we all rise?
Let's get one more person out here, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue with the Shanti Park, remember it is dark, it is after 6. The car park is not safe. There's a spot of candidates nearby. As soon as you go into your cars, please lock up, go home safely, and go home with your loved ones safely. Paramatma be with you, go home safely. Namaste.
Go.
Apologies, just a quick announcement before we conclude. Apologies, Panditji. It's been quite an emotional day, but I wanted to, on behalf of the family, extend a sincere thanks to you for the most beautiful ceremony. It's exactly what my uncle would have wanted. Aware that there are also messages of tribute that we didn't get a chance to read, we will read them out during the Havans over the next 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamisoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Antariksham Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Oshadhaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishre Deva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shanti Devi Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you. Namaste. Go home. Be safe. Paramatma guide you home safely. Namaste.
You want to be with that? You live stream stuff before you go. No. All right.
So, due to COVID regulations, COVID, the closest family